Iswa subtly followed the man, tuning into his thoughts. She managed to catch the details of his credit card as he thought about a recent purchase. Adesua and her friends stand in the electronics store holding gadgets they plan to buy. In a bustling town, there lived a cheerful schoolgirl named Adesua. Adesua had a life many would envy: four wonderful friends, loving parents, and a heart full of dreams. She spent her days laughing and learning with her best friends, Uju, Zainab, Deji, and Shegun, and her nights sharing stories with her adoring parents. One ordinary day, something extraordinary happened. Adesua started hearing whispers, but not from people's mouths, but from their minds. Confused and intrigued, she realized that she could read thoughts. This new profound power filled her with wonder and excitement. However, her joy was soon tempered by a revelation her father, who is a kind and wise man, shared with her that he also had this gift. He explained that mind reading was a rare gift, one he struggled with all his life. To prevent this gift from consuming him, he performed a ritual under the full moon to let it go, believing that it was too dangerous to keep. Adesua, faced with a choice, would she follow in her father's footsteps or embrace her gifts? Determined to understand her power, Adesua decided to keep it. It made her feel unique, powerful, and capable of things she never imagined. When Zainab, Uju, Deji, and Shegun found out about Adesua's ability, they were thrilled. They saw endless possibilities for fun and mischief. Uju suggested using the power to get free rides and shop on someone's credit. Zainab, though more cautious, was curious about testing the limit of Adesua's gifts. Shegun always had a thing for laugh, for fun, and eagerly supported the plan. Deji also along. Can you believe Mr. Emeka is thinking about giving us a pop quiz today? Zainab said in wonder. Adesua, you are a lifesaver. Uju also in appreciation. Yeah, thanks for the heads up, girl. Now we can prepare. Shegun, hoping to get further in this mischief. What about us getting to the movies tonight? Deji, so thrilled, he asked. You know how to find out if there are any free tickets, right? Adesua smirking. Piece of cake, just leave it to me, she replied. Adesua, Uju, Zainab, Deji, and Shegun, her inseparable friends, who often found themselves getting into all sorts of adventures. One day, their curiosity and a bit of mischief led them to a questionable decision. Uju popped an idea. You know, Adesua, with your mind-reading ability, we could totally score some cool stuff without paying. Zainab giggling. Yeah, imagine all the clothes and the gadgets we could get. It would be like shopping for free. Deji, beaming to the thought of it, he asked, you think you can pull it off, Adesua? Just find someone with a high credit limit and we'll be set. Shegun, super excited and ready to roll. Adesua hesitated, knowing deep down that it was wrong. But the thrill and pressure from her friends made her give in. Adesua replied reluctantly, all right, but just this one, so we have to be careful. The group headed to the mall, a bustling place filled with potential targets. Adesua focused on finding someone who wouldn't notice their credit being used. Adesua scans the crowd, her head surrounded by faint, glowing thought bubbles. She zeroes in on a wealthy-looking man, distracted by a phone call. Adesua whispering, that guy over there, he seems well off and distracted. Zainab in excitement, that's perfect. Let's go to the electronics store first. Adesua subtly followed the man, tuning into his thoughts. She managed to catch the details of his credit card as he thought about a recent purchase. Adesua and her friends stand in the electronics store holding gadgets they plan to buy. That will be 350,000 naira. How would you like to pay? The cashier asked. Adesua pretending to look through her bag. Can I give you the card number? I seem to have left my card at home. The cashier, though skeptical, processed the transaction. To Adesua's relief, it went through without a hitch. They left the store with their new gadgets, excited by their success. Shegun said, this is amazing. We should do this more often, you know. Uju couldn't get hold of her feelings. Yeah, think of all the stuffs we can get. But as they continued shopping, Adesua couldn't shake the nagging feeling of guilt. Later that night, Adesua sits alone in her room, reflecting on the day's events. Her conscience gnaws at her. Adesua thinking to herself, this isn't right. We took advantage of someone for our own gain. Dad always said this gift should be used for good and not for stealing. Adesuwa's mind drifted to her father's words about responsibility and integrity. She realized that going down this path would only lead to trouble. At first, their adventures were exciting, as Adesuwa used her power to avoid trouble at school, to know what next the teacher would ask, and even sneak into the movies. But the thrill soon wore off, replaced by a nagging sense of guilt. One day, when Uju pushed Adesuwa to read a stranger's mind for financial gain, Adesuwa hesitated. She realized that using her power for selfish reasons felt wrong. One evening, Adesuwa's father sat her down for a heartfelt conversation. Adesuwa, he said, having this gift is like holding a double-edged sword. It can bring great insights and help others, but it can also be overwhelming and lead you the wrong path. Adesuwa replying her dad, but daddy me, I thought I was helping my friends so. Helping them cheat and avoid consequences isn't true help, Adesuwa. You have a gift. It is meant for greater things. He remembered when he had once carried the same gift, and almost within seconds, Mr. Ade was on a rush to memory lane. Mr. Ade, thinking in his study, these voices, they never stop. How can I possibly keep this up? Every moment, someone's worries, someone's fears and secrets flood my mind. It is too much. The toll on Mr. Ade's mental and emotional health was immense. He found it increasingly difficult to focus on his own thoughts, constantly bombarded by the minds of those around him. Mrs. Ade, entering the study, notices her husband's distress. Okomi, you look so tired. Are you okay? Mr. Ade sighing heavily. Iyawo mi, this gift, it's not as easy to be as it seems so. The constant noise, the endless streams of thoughts, it is overwhelming. Mrs. Ade replied, concerned, why don't you just let it go, Oloworimi? You've always said that it is a heavy burden. Eh? Mr. Ade nodding slowly. I've been thinking about that too. There is a ritual performed under the full moon that can release this gift. I think it is time I did it. And with a heavy heart, Mr. Ade prepared for the ritual. It was a difficult decision, but he knew it was necessary for his well-being. Mr. Ade lighting candle and incense, he says, this gift has been a part of me for so long, but it is time to let it go. I need to find peace for myself and for my family. The moonlight cast a mystical glow over the scene, creating a powerful and emotional atmosphere. Mr. Ade began the ritual with a prayer to his ancestors, asking for guidance and strength. Mr. Ade raising his hands to the sky, he says, ancestors, hear my plea. I release this gift back to the universe, seeking your blessing and protection. May I find peace and clarity once more. As he spoke, a glowing light rose from his head, symbolizing the mind-reading ability leaving him. The air seemed to shimmer with a quiet energy, and the voices that had plagued him for so long began to fade. Mrs. Ade watches from a distance, feeling a mix of sadness and relief for her husband. She whispers to herself, Okomi, I hope this brings you the peace you desire. The ritual is completed. Mr. Ade felt a profound sense of calm wash over him. The burden he carried for so long was lifted, and he knew he had made the right choice. Mr. Ade returns home, looking noticeably lighter and more at ease. Mrs. Ade meets him at the door. Oloworimi, how do you feel? Mr. Ade smiling warmly, I feel free. For the first time in years, Yawomi, my mind is quiet. I did what I had to do, and I am at peace with it. Mr. Ade's journey is a testament to the challenges of bearing such a powerful gift. His decision to release it was an act of courage, showing that sometimes the bravest choice is to seek peace for oneself. Daddy! Daddy! Adesua rigorously shook his arm. He seemed lost in thoughts, with a fixed gaze to his study. Mr. Ade startled back to reality. Oh, my dear, pardon me. It is when you have gone through a river that you would know what to carry on your next visit. Adesua, now I know better. Giving his daughter a warm hug, he added, Remember, Adesua, this gift is powerful, but it must be used wisely. I believe in you, and I know you will find the right path. Reflecting on her father's words and her friend's expectations, Adesua understood the true value of her gift. It wasn't for mischief or personal gain. It was a tool for empathy and understanding. She could help people in ways no one else could. Adesua decided to have a conversation with her friends. Hey guys, I've been thinking. We need to use my gift for better things. No more cheating or taking advantage of people. What do you mean? Uju blurted out. Adesua answered, I mean, helping others, understanding their problems, finding ways to support them. I feel something void within me when we use my gift for our usual mischiefs. See, helping people will be a greater way to explore these gifts. Don't you agree? Her friends were initially skeptical, but they soon saw the positive impact of Adesua's new approach. They wouldn't want their adventures to end, as they had tons of things to try out. But helping others is a much greater feat, yes. It will be an adventure to bring smiles to people's hearts, they concluded. One sunny afternoon, Adesua decided to visit the bustling market in her town. The vibrant colors and lively atmosphere always brought her joy. Little did she know that today her gift would be put to a crucial test. A distressed mother shouting, Has anyone seen my baby? Please help me! My baby is missing! Adesua's heart skipped a beat. She immediately knew she had to help. Her gift might be the only way to find the lost child amidst this chaos. Adesua approaches the distressed mother, who is in tears and visibly shaking. Ma'am, I can help. What does your baby look like? She asked. The distressed mother answered amidst sobs. He's just 2 years old, wearing a red shirt and blue shorts. Please help me find him. Adesua closed her eyes and concentrated, tuning into the thoughts of the people around her. She sifted through the multitude of voices, searching for any hint of the baby. Adesua thinking, Come on, where are you, little one? Someone must have seen you. Suddenly, a clear image formed in her mind. An elderly vendor had seen a baby matching the description, wandering near her store. Adesua rushes to the vendor's store. Her eyes scanning the area, she spots the baby near a display of colorful fabrics. Adesua calling out, There he is, ma'am, over here. The distressed mother followed Adesua's voice and sees her baby, safe but scared, near the fabric store. She rushes, scooping him into her arms, tears of relief streaming down her face. Oh, thank you, she turned to Adesua, crying happily. Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done without you. Adesua was smiling heartily. I'm just glad he is safe, ma. Be careful in the future, okay? As the mother walked away, hugging her baby tightly, Adesua felt a profound sense of fulfillment. Her gift had saved the day, proving its true worth. Market vendors and shoppers who witnessed the event applaud Adesua, recognizing her bravery and quick thinking. You have a special gift, young lady, said one of the vendors. Thank you for helping. Adesua replied modestly, I just did what I could. I'm glad everything turned out all right. Adesua's heart swelled with pride, knowing she had used her ability for good. This experience strengthened her resolve to use her gift to help others, just as her father had taught her. I understand now, Adesua thinking to herself. This gift, it is meant to bridge gaps, to understand and help those in need. I will honor it by doing my best for others. And so Adesua continued her journey, more determined than ever to use her unique ability to bring kindness and understanding to the world around her. She comforted friends who were too shy to share their troubles, helped teachers understand students who were struggling, and even brought her parents closer by bridging the unspoken gaps between them. Her friends, Uju, Zainab, Deji, and Shegun, were all proud of her. They admired her wisdom and compassion, realizing that her gift is indeed changing lives for the better. I am so proud of you, Adesuwa, Zainab said. You are using your gift to make a real difference. Yes, we are so proud to call you our friend, Shegun added. Deji and Uju smiles spoke in agreement. Thank you, Adesuwa. You've really made a difference, commended the head teacher. These students, they were falling behind, but now they are really catching up. Adesuwa's mother beamed so proudly. I am so blessed to have you, Adesuwa. This is your gift. You've truly embraced it. Mr. Ade, who was gladly happy about his daughter, said to her, I knew you would find the right path. Adesuwa stands on a hilltop at sunset, reflecting on her journey. She looks out over her community, feeling a sense of fulfillment. Through her journey, Adesuwa learned a profound lesson. With great power comes great responsibility. She has come to understand her unique ability was not a burden, but a blessing. Adesuwa smiling to herself, I've found my true purpose. It is not about what I can do for myself, but how I can help others. Adesuwa's story reminds us all that our greatest strength lie not in what we can do for ourselves, but how we can help those around us. In embracing her gifts, Adesuwa became a beacon of empathy and kindness, showing that true power is found in understanding and compassion. And so, Adesuwa's adventures continues, always guided by the echoes of the mind and the warmth of her heart. I hope you enjoyed your time. Let me know what lesson you learned and also what character stood out for you and why. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is Tales by Moonlight 2024. See you in our next tale.